What did your income look like back then?
2 to 3 grand a month with TikTok Shop.
What kind of results have you achieved so far since joining the program?
So across like all of my accounts, just like commissions, I was up to 5.5K. So that was awesome.
So basically like almost doubled your income since joining, man. All right, guys. So I got my boy Nico right here who has been inside Six Figure Affiliate for about 2 months. And yeah, brother, can you just briefly introduce yourself and, share what you do?
Yeah, my name is Nico. I've been doing TikTok Shop for about 7 months now. And then I've been in this program for about 6-7 weeks.
Awesome, man. And yeah, man, I guess I just want to ask, like, where were you at before you started, like financially or just in terms of your TikTok Shop affiliate results? And then, what did your income look like back then?
Yeah, so to get like straight to the income, I was around 2 to 3 grand a month with TikTok Shop. And I was starting to get the hang of things. I feel like I was just missing like a little bit here and there. Picking like better products, different angles. A big thing that I learned was showing proof. I think I struggled with that being younger, like hitting like an older audience. I think proof sells, and I think my conversions improved a lot.
Yeah, definitely, man. That's huge as well. Like that's exactly why I like to teach it. Because especially when you're younger, people just naturally like they don't really believe anything you have to say. That's why I think it's so important to include some reviews in there, or just screenshots of other people using the product. Obviously, that really helps out a lot with conversions and everything. But yeah, man. I mean, what would you say was, I guess, just like your main struggle before joining? And were you trying anything else to make TikTok Shop affiliate work? Like what was, frustrating you the most?
I think definitely picking products that aligned with me was a big struggle. I think I was kind of just like promoting everything, and it does work like seasonal and all that, but I think in the long run, picking a product that aligns with you always wins in the long run. I think I learned that a lot too. And just like different angles, it's always good to see like different approaches for different products. It's like a community too, so you can bounce like angles, ideas off each other.
Yeah, man. I think that's one of the most important things that we teach inside of there, just taking advantage of your unicorn, your unfair advantage, because obviously like, depending on who you are, like if you're a 20-year-old guy like yourself or like a 40-year-old mom, like the products you talk about are going to be vastly different. They're going to be extremely different. So it's important to figure out like not just who you are, but also like who you are like day to day, like what kind of hobbies you're into, what are your interests, what things would you like never talk about, and take those things into account. I think that's huge for product selection and creating videos that actually convert, man. So how did your approach to creating content, creating these TikTok Shop affiliate videos and overall just finding products, look before working with us?
So before I wasn't really utilizing like the tools like Calidata and Daily Barrels. I was kind of just like scrolling on the app and finding products, which does work, but I think it was just a new approach to finding new products and just finding new angles for videos and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely, brother. Love that, man. That's huge. And I mean, how has that process changed since joining the program? Like what specific shifts would you say have helped you get the better results that you're seeing now?
So I think like before I kind of viewed everything as like saturated. Like I wouldn't promote something that had like maybe 50,000 sold, and then you kind of open my eyes to like, unless it's over 100,000, like stay away from it. So that definitely like opened up different products. I think I kind of had like a fear of like saturation, but if you promote it the right way, use proof and just use like, the given concepts you teach about, like you can really promote anything.
Yeah, I think that's huge, brother. And that's why we say like, it's all about like the angles that you're using. Cause I mean, even super saturated products, obviously like Goalie, Boom Boom, those are super saturated, but like if you can find a completely new angle to attack, you could still make a killing with that. I mean, obviously I wouldn't recommend that for 99% of people, but like if you're able to come in, use your unfair advantage, find a new angle, you can still rip with those products. So yeah, that's awesome, brother. And what kind of results have you achieved so far since joining the program? I mean, if you're comfortable sharing, like how much revenue or profit have you generated?
Yeah, so across like all of my accounts, just like commissions, I was up to 5.5K. So that was awesome.
Nice, dude. Yeah, 5,500. So basically like almost doubled your income since joining, man. I mean, how does that feel, dude? And like knowing also that that's just going to keep going up.
Yeah, it was definitely cool to like just keep scaling. Like every month I'm slowly gotten better, and it just, kind of keeps you going. Then I saw like some bigger days where, I haven't seen before. I think the main thing was also just like consistency. Like I wasn't really having like lower days. It wasn't like one day up here, one day down here. It's like, even like the lower days were still, pretty high. Like I was having consistent like $100 days scaling to like 300-400, which is super cool. So I would say like consistency was like the biggest thing.
Yeah, just being more consistent with posting. Obviously very important to double down on your winners, which you have been doing, and I think that's why you're starting to do so good. And especially with July coming, bro, like I think that's just gonna like probably even double, especially with like the deals for day campaign, and July was my best month ever last year. So I think a lot of our students, including yourself, are just gonna fucking kill, bro, like genuinely for summer. So I'm excited to see that. I'm excited to see the wins channel very soon. And then how much time per day or week did you personally have to commit, and like what parts did you handle versus what did we help you with?
So I still do a little bit of product research on my own, but I was definitely using a lot of the products and seeing all the angles that like you put out. I would say like maybe 2 hours. I kind of film like all throughout the day. I don't really just like batch film. Like in total, like 2 hours max. And I was still
Yeah.
putting out like, around like 15 to like 30 videos a day. So I was doing a good amount of volume.
And dude, that's actually insane because a lot of people I think have this misconception that you need to be spending like 6, 8 hours a day. And like the fact that you're only doing 2 hours a day and you're making like a full-time income, like $5,000, a little over $5,000 in profit. That's like really good income for just 2 hours a day versus what most people work like at an office, a job they hate, like 8 hours a day, and they don't make near that. So that's like one of the best parts about TikTok Shop Affiliate, just the fact that it's something that still gives you time and freedom to be able to do the things that you actually love and obviously help you make a ton of money. So that's awesome, bro. And I mean, what would you say like your whole experience was like inside of Six Figure Affiliate? Like what part of the support or training do you feel was the most valuable for you and why?
I would say the feedback was really good. It was very like in depth. You definitely took a lot of time to give like really good feedback. You didn't like sugarcoat it or anything. Like you would tell me if the video sucked, or you would give me like a different angle, or just like be straight up, which is definitely what like everyone needs to hear. And if you want to get better, you have to be able to like take the harsh truths to then learn and get better.
Yeah, I feel like that's one of the main things as well, man. It's like I've been in probably every program. I'm not going to name any names, but like first off, it's like a lot of the main concerns or the main hesitations with this program is just like you're swamped in there with like hundreds of other affiliates. We have a lot more of a personalized approach, and so you're actually getting feedback not from only just our coaches in CSM, but like actually me in there as well, like giving you feedback on your videos. So I think that's something that's hugely beneficial. And also, like you said, like actually just being brutally honest. Like I'm not like, oh yeah, bro, this is a great video like every single time. It's like, bro, this shit like sucks. Like you need to actually like work on this, like the hook. You need to switch up your environment. Like you need to get to the point faster, like actually giving you the blunt truth. And I think that's the most important thing, bro, especially like we as guys, that's what you need to hear, brother. Like I would much rather someone tell me like, dude, this sucks like in your business, or like you need to work on this, like this is not good, because that's how you get results versus someone just telling you, yeah, you're doing a great job all the time. And then, you're stuck in the same place that you were at when you first started. So I think that's something that really, really separates us, the more personalized support, and then also just being very upfront with what you need, And based on how things are going, Nico, I mean, where do you see yourself in the next 6 to 12 months with TikTok Shop Affiliate?
I mean, I definitely see myself scaling to like, bigger numbers, without a doubt. Like don't see it slowing down at all.
Yeah, dude. The fact that like you kind of already like doubled your income, like I for real sense some like 10K months coming in soon. Especially like I said, again, it's just like summer is going to be really great, but also the momentum you're building. And that's something that a lot of people don't talk about. It's like the more videos that you have out there, the more content that you have out there, like the better results you're going to get. I have videos from like a year ago that still make me money, which is insane to think about. So that's like the beauty of TikTok Shop Affiliate. The videos you make today will be able to make you money for like the rest of time. So yeah, I think as you keep building up that momentum, keep posting, man, you're just going to be at those 10K months and really be able to have a great income with this. So what would you say surprised you the most about the program? Like, did you have any misconceptions before getting started?
No, I mean, I was pretty confident because like I saw, your content. I know you're really good. I would say another thing I forgot to mention was like, which you said earlier, was filming in different spots. I think that was a really big thing that I was making a mistake of. It was like you're promoting like a skincare product. You should be in the bathroom, or if it's like beef talc, like be outside. But I think those little things definitely help scale everything, because it's like you're already younger. People naturally won't trust you. And it's like you're making a video with an outdoor product, like in your room with like
exactly
a white wall in the background. So that was also a big thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Environment is huge in your videos. Not only does it help with like retention and watch time and getting you more views and sales, but like Nico just said, just makes the product that you're using more believable. Like I remember one of the main things Nico was promoting was like these Pop Daddy pretzels, and he was just filming them in his room. And it's like, I was pretty much like, hey, why not just film this in the kitchen, which is where most people already eat. That's where they have their food, and it's going to fit the product a lot better. That's like a simple thing, but it's like those things that you wouldn't know unless like you're in our program, or just something you learn on your own after a lot of, trial and error. So totally, man. And then if someone was on the fence about joining, what would you tell them? Like, why should they take action right now?
I would just say straight up from who you're learning from. Like you've done it. You've had multiple 6-figure months. So I feel like it's very hard to learn from someone that has done it, multiple times. You just have the credibility, and it's also the community is only going to get stronger. So you're only going to have more people to learn from, bounce ideas off of. Like the calls are only going to get more packed with better affiliates and like all that stuff.
Yeah, dude. I love that, man. Yeah, just like having someone that's actually done it and is actually teaching it every single day. And still, like I'm still posting, and I'm still like, I had the #1 video on the Daily Virals like a week ago. And then I had the #1 video on the Daily Virals again like 3 days after that. So, we're still in the trenches, which I think is something not a lot of coaches can say. And any final thoughts that you'd like to share with people watching?
I would say a big thing too is like you're getting the feedback almost instantly. Whereas like if you were waiting, a few hours or even a day, like you know, that's time wasted where content could have been out. Especially, you always preach volume and data, so like when you get the feedback almost instantly, it's really good to just bounce ideas off of and just get a bunch of volume out.
Yeah, exactly, man. Just knowing exactly like what to work on, what to do better in your next video. Because again, like you said, it's all a data game, figuring out what's working, what's not working, how to get better as an affiliate. So I think that's something that definitely separates us as well, man. But yeah, brother, pleasure having you on here, Nico. Thank you so much for, you know, doing this interview, brother. And the fact that you already doubled your income, you're hitting 5K months, man. I have no doubt you're going to hit that 10K month next. And yeah, really excited to have you inside of Six Figure Affiliate, man.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm excited for the future.
Awesome.